care. I'm just going to go there and do what I have to do. That's how I've been taught, to get in the ring and do what I have to do and finish the job. I've prepared for the best Van Heerden that can come on the night. So I'm not really fazed by anything.
Big games, big names, and the biggest talking points in sports. Extra Time Unlocked.
Hi there, welcome along to another edition of Extra Time Unlocked right here on Gaga CFM with myself, Ayanda Newswa. And in less than 2 weeks from now, we are going to have the South African middleweight title fight that will see Phikelelani Khumalo take on Donjuan Van Heerden at Empress Palace in Gauteng. Van Heerden is also the ABU champion. So 2 belts are going to be on the line in this particular fight. And next to me, I have the defending champion of the South African middleweight title, Khumalo, is joining me here tonight. Stinger, kamba kahle bafo.
Thank you for having me.
I think welcome back. But you're no stranger to Gaga CFM. And you always come back when you are getting ready for battle. So the last time we spoke, Mina Nawe, face to face, your hand was this big. Yeah. It was almost the size of a boxing glove because you were injured and you were supposed to fight Uspiwe Mbele here in KZN, but that didn't happen. So first of all, how are you recovering? How's your hand going into the fight less than 2 weeks now?
My hand fully recovered. I'm basically punching hard with both hands now, banging and sparring. So I'm ready to fight. I'm ready for this fight.
Ready to go. Yeah. So before we get into the actual fight, I just want to know from you. You are probably one of the most hardworking boxers we have in South Africa, and you document your sessions so well in terms of sparring, the actual training for fights. Where does that come from? Where does that work ethic and that hard work come from?
Just to want to be the best, the desire to be the best. You're going up against people that you don't know how they're training. You don't know how many times they're training. So the best thing to do is to keep training, to stay ahead.
Yeah, and of course, you are going to be defending now your SA title for the first time. You won it back in March against John Bopape. Just how has the last couple of months been for you? Obviously, you were supposed to fight Umpele. That fight didn't happen, but how is it for you to be a champion? You've been a KZN champion for a long time, but now you are a national champion. There's a target on your back. So how's that been for you, and how have you been dealing with having a target on your back?
I really haven't felt like... I feel like I'm the one with the gun, still chasing all these guys.
You're still chasing all these guys?
I'm still chasing all these guys. Yeah, most of them don't want to fight. They're just not honest, but they don't want to fight. The only person that wanted to fight was Umpele, and also John Duan doesn't have a choice but to fight because his promotion is doing the fight.
Yeah.
If he doesn't take the fight, that says a lot about him. So he has to fight. And I also want that ABU belt as well.
Because there's 2 belts on the line as well. Because he's the African champion, so to speak, and you are the South African middleweight champion. There's a lot of at stake in this fight.
Everything is on the line. This is what I love. I love to challenge myself, and I just want to see what he brings. I'm ready for him.
I always wanted to ask, what do you make of him as a fighter? Because I think the first time I saw Donjuan in the ring live was back in Mangaposis in 2022, while Sun Coast at the Globe. He was fighting against a Congolese guy, and he won that fight quite comfortably. And in Kalugumbona, I was like, oh, this guy is actually really good, really quick. Not the hardest puncher, but he's got the skill, he's quick. But I would want to ask you if you rate him as a fighter, because he's a pretty good fighter if he's an ABU champion. But what do you think of him as a fighter and what he could possibly bring in the fight?
I'm just too confident,
Yeah.
I really don't care what he brings. Like, that's my honest answer. I don't care. I'm just going to go there and do what I have to do. That's how I've been taught, to get in the ring and do what I have to do and finish the job. So I've prepared for the best Van Heerden that can come on the night.
Yeah.
So I'm not really fazed by anything.
I know you're a guy that loves to do your homework.
Yeah.
You always say you get into stalker mode when it comes to actually raining down on your opponents. Have you been doing that for this fight?
Yeah, I know basically everything. I know he doesn't have my coach is gonna get angry, but he doesn't have sparring partners basically.
What do you mean he doesn't have sparring?
He's sparring a 39-year-old at the moment.
But that's a fighter.
It's not a fighter. It's just a person that just trained, you know. He was supposed to be sparring with Aaron, but Aaron just fought last week. So I don't think he's sparring Aaron now because Aaron is resting, you know. So
we told up information. How do you know who is sparring, who he might not be sparring? What's going on? You don't want to reveal your sources.
Yeah, but I just do my research because I'm gonna be fighting this person. I need to know what they're up to.
Yeah, but how important is that stinger? Because you know, it's one thing, because a lot of fighters always mention Uguti, they want to focus on themselves, which is an important thing. I mean, you basically have to be as ready as you can be to go into a fight. But how important is it to also look over at your opponent's camp and try to find out Uguti, how is he preparing for that fight? And how does that help you in the fight?
It helps me mentally to know where he's at, you know, where his fitness level is. You know, basically just stalking helps, you know, you get to know. I even know his habits. I know what he does that he shouldn't be doing. So I know.
Yeah.
I know what I'm dealing with. But regardless, even if he's not training, I'm preparing for the best Van Heerden that's gonna show up on the night. So
sure. And also just speak to us about obviously you were supposed to fight Umbele. I think that was last month or 2 months ago. That didn't happen. How has that affected your training camp now? Because you haven't fought since March. That's quite a bit of a stretch. I mean, it is still this year. It'll be your second fight, but you haven't fought since March. Has that affected the way your preparation in any way, or is it just extra training time that you are adding on to what you already had for your fight Umbele?
Yo, it's really been hard mentally because I was very fit for the Mbele fight. I was in incredible shape, but I just told myself, let me just bite down. I was supposed to fight Van Heerden just 2 weeks after the Mbele fight, and then they said that he had flu, what. So now I think he needed more time to prepare. Honestly, so I stayed in camp. I've never ever left camp. Just being monitored. Sometimes when I'm peaking, they tell me to relax. But now I'm ready for this fight.
Been going through all the motions, and you guys have been calling each other out for the longest time. I mean, I'm sure now we middleweight division in South Africa, Njengobusho would say there are not too many fighters who want to get in the ring with you. So kudos to him as well for picking his hand up and actually, you know, putting his belt on the line, because it's 2 belts on the line in this fight. Yeah.
Because after he beat Dean Promnik, I really take no disrespect to him as a fighter, but Dean had never fought for a title ever. So he had no business fighting for the African title when he's never even been the provincial title. But it happened. They fought and he lost to Van Heerden. Then after he called me, he said he wants the SA title. So I went to his dressing room and I told him, if you want this, I also want this. Let's put them both on the line and let's fight. And he accepted. So I respect him for that.
I know, my daughter. It promises to be an exciting one. Obviously, defending your title for the very first time. The SA middleweight title champion, Phikelelani Khumalo. Before you go, brother, I have a couple of comparison, I call them comparison between 2 fighters.
Okay.
And I basically want you to tell me who is the better fighter. So it's not necessarily comparing people from the same weight divisions. It's just looking at purely at the skill.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me who's better.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
First one, Phikelelani Khumalo and Ricardo Malajika.
Come on. Those are both my friends, but I'm going to have to
I told you better but who's the better skilled fighter between the two?
I'd have to say Phikelelani Khumalo.
Phikelelani Khumalo,
Yeah.
former world champion.
Yeah.
What like how would you describe his skill? Just purely boxing skill on the ring.
Boxing 101. That's if you're looking at him, you're looking at boxing fundamentals, working behind the jab, staying tucked in, defense on point, footwork on point. Whereas Ricardo is more explosive, but he tends to make some mistakes when he's being offensive. Whereas Phikelelani Khumalo, he fought one of the best fighters in the world.
Yeah.
And Bam Rodriguez went on to saying that Phumelela was the hardest fight of his career
Sure.
because he couldn't
That's
get to him.
big kudos to him.
He couldn't get to him. He
Yeah.
has good defense.
Mm.
So that's why I picked him.
Yeah, and it took quite a while for Bam to actually break Phumelela down. So shout out to him. Shout out to Phumelela Kafu. Next one. This one is going to be difficult. But I know you admire both fighters. It's international. Terence Crawford and Alexander Usyk. Look, I'll be honest. If you ask me about this one, I probably wouldn't be able to answer. But I'm going to put it to you. You are a boxing man. You're a boxing fan. Who has the better skill? I know it's probably not much between both fighters, but who would you say has the better skill between the two?
Actually, I think Terence Crawford by far.
By far?
Yeah.
Hey, this guy.
By far.
By far better than Usyk?
By far.
Based on what, my brother?
Alexander Usyk is he has this herky-jerky movement all the time. Fights the same way. Same way. Doesn't stop. Whereas Terence Crawford has fought in four weight divisions.
Yes.
Has been undisputed in 4 weight divisions. He's fought quicker guys, stronger guys. He's showed he can fight on the back foot. He can fight on the outside, on the inside. He fought Canelo, which was supposed to be bigger than him. But he seemed to handle him very well. So he can fight in different ways.
How Usyk now, undisputed cruiserweight, fought quicker guys, cleaned out the cruiserweight division, went to heavyweight, fought bigger guys, probably the biggest guys, one of the biggest heavyweights in history, Tyson Fury, cleaned out that division as well.
Yeah, Usyk is a great fighter, but when you compare him to Terence Crawford, it's he's too different, that guy.
There's levels. Okay, yeah. I get you. Next one, Snami Sontuli and Gcina Makhoba.
Yeah.
No friendships will be broken after this, I promise you. Understand, no, Baf. It's just an honest reflection on skill. I mean, I purposely picked these two guys because I know Gutsu Uchima now, but they're in your camp. So you know everything about both of them. Come on, Stinger. Don't be on the fence, Baba.
Snami
Sontuli.
Yeah.
Based on what? It's obviously two different guys, weight divisions. Snami is a super middleweight. Yeah.
Usnami Sontuli has a better jab than Gcina Makhoba, and he knows how to use the ring better than Gcina. Whereas Gcina will just stand and try to hold punches, but Usnami can move around. He showed in his last fight.
Yeah.
He was fighting a bigger guy, but he moved well and he could take punches well. So I think just the distance between them. Usnami he can get range quicker than Gcina.
I know, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think this one might be the easiest one. I'm not sure. The last one might be the easiest one, but for me, it's quite easy. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Skill-wise,
Tyson Fury.
The Gypsy King.
Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has everything.
Yeah.
You know, he has everything. He has footwork, IQ. He's slick for a heavyweight.
Moves like a
middleweight. And it doesn't look like he's in shape, but you find out when you're in the ring that he's in shape. Hey, Anthony Joshua, I really don't rate him at all.
At all?
I don't rate him as
He's about to fight a YouTuber now.
Exactly.
Hey.
I don't think he's a good boxer, honestly.
So you think he's just like a power?
Yeah,
he relies on his power.
Yeah, he can. You know, promoters work on mostly who can sell. Promoters will look at your appearance and you have a big following, then they'll give you fights.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think Anthony Joshua is not even in the top 10 heavyweights right
of
now.
all time. Or you mean just now?
Right now. Of all time, not even in the top 20.
Shout out to AJ, man. He's still a two-time unified heavyweight champion of the world. And the last one, I had to do this one. Phikelelani Khumalo, Donjuan Van Heerden.
Phikelelani Khumalo.
Hey, no, you have to back yourself.
No one is going to back you if you don't.
How is Ustinga better than Donjuan? On what, if you look at both the skills of both fighters?
Everything. And I'm not just saying this because I'm fighting him up, but everything.
Yes,
I don't want to reveal too much. He relies on one punch.
Yeah.
But with me, I can knock you out with any punch. I can box. If I can see that I can't stop you, I can still outbox you. I can move in the ring. I can do everything. Whereas with him, he's predictable. Too predictable.
I know Sosbonela Gumhlaga 29. I think I'll be the first one to say good luck for the fight, my brother.
Thank you.
Bring that ABU title back in KZN. We'll have a KZN middleweight champion and an ABU champion as well. All the best for the 29th. Danko. So that is Phikelelani Khumalo is going to be defending his South African middleweight title against Donjuan Van Heerden and also be challenging for the ABU title against Van Heerden at Empress Palace. That is in Gauteng, Kempton Park, right? Yeah. And that's going to be on the 29th of November. That's a wrap of this week's edition of Extra Time Unlocked.